Hey everyone, it's Stephanie from Guiding Force Consulting, and I help nonprofits with their Salesforce implementation and special projects, as well as their fundraising event planning. Today, I want to take a quick minute to talk to the folks that are thinking about switching over to Salesforce from one of their other programs, and they're not really sure how to budget for the switch. If you have to submit a budget request before you can pursue switching, it can be a little cumbersome to figure out exactly what's involved and what you need to submit. So I'm going to start with the Power of Us application. There is an application you can submit online, and if you're a nonprofit that qualifies, you can get the platform plus 10 free user licenses. And this is a great place to start to see if your nonprofit qualifies for this program. If it doesn't, you do want to reach out to the Salesforce team and find out what your cost would be to pay for the platform and the licensing. If your organization does qualify, you need to determine if you're going to have more than 10 people using the system at any one time. And don't forget, your implementation partner will need a license for a short period of time. And any integrations that you're using may require a special license just to set it up so that way the automations go without changing if staff come and go. So you may have to tie up a couple licenses for different reasons in the beginning. If you are going to go over 10, reach out to your Salesforce team, even if you're just in the initial prospect phase, and find out what that cost will be for your organization. Step 2 is working with a Salesforce implementation partner. Every partner charges a different price, and I've seen them go anywhere from $5,000 to over $100,000. So you want to shop around and find the right group that fits for your organization's needs. That will be a big piece of your budget. Once you have your Salesforce implementation partner selected, or at least identified in the prospecting stage, you want to talk with that person about what other integrations and systems that you might need that will be added on. Salesforce is very much like an a la carte system, and there's a lot of tools that are free, and there's also a lot of tools that are paid. You may be adding some of those paid tools on, and typically they're a monthly paid subscription type service. So some examples might be your email provider. You may be working with MailChimp or Constant Contact. That might be part of your Salesforce budget. You may want to add a payment processing system right into your platform. You may want to integrate a system like Apsona. Apsona is going to help you with mail merges and pulling reports at a more complex level. So that would be an additional cost. Maybe you're creating custom forms that you want to put on your website that integrate directly into your Salesforce system. So there's lots and lots of integrations, and those are going to be determined based on what your needs are. I like to work with my clients to minimize that as much as possible and use free tools that are available. But sometimes it's not possible to have 100% free tools. So you need to have that conversation about what those add-ons look like. And then the last piece is determining what support you're going to need post go live. So do you need a consultant to stay on and help your team with training, with ironing out any bugs and customizations later on? Or do you feel super confident that your team is tech savvy and will be good to go after implementation? That's something that you probably want to discuss with your implementation partner and find somebody who's very realistic and honest with what to expect. Once you have those three major components identified, you can then start to build a budget and identify what it's going to cost just initially, and then what it's going to cost annually for you to switch over to your system. So there's not a cut and dry answer. I can't give you a set price because it's different for every client, but those are some elements that you want to talk to your potential consultant about and determine what you need to factor in when you're creating your budget.